I was born a citizen. I was born in 1924, and that's when our people became citizens in their own land. They say we've been here since time immemorial. And the early 1950s, 55, when we were terminated until we were no longer a tribe. And they promised all kinds of things, education and all that. They only kept this one. They said they'd take our land, and they took it. It's hard to imagine somebody telling you you're no longer who you are. But we paid dearly. A lot of our people were scattered. They left here, and then termination came, so couldn't afford to come back home. But like you say, you go through one that makes you stronger, or else you give up. I didn't have any shame. I went to the welfare office and told them I want to go to school somewhere. So she made arrangements for me to go to school at Lane Community College. And little did I know I was the first Native American to graduate in that school. And kept thinking, one of these days I'm going to go home to Grand Ronde. I'd never lived here, but it was still home to me. So I came up here and finally got involved into politics. And it was Mark Hatfield that was our representative, the senator, and he even says, I came down here and looked at Grand Ronde. It was just a gravel spot in the road. He said, I thought they'll never make it. He said, I didn't realize, how hard and how determined they were. And once we got our tribal status back, we worked hard and invested well, and then we had this community fund. We didn't realize we'd be helping the whole state, but that's part of our tradition. I used to say even then, when you have so many blessings, you have to share or you'll lose it.
I've been in the funeral business for 40 years, and it was a business I inherited from my father, who did a lot of volunteer work, and he was heavily involved in the community. Because he rode the trains in the 40s, he got to know a lot of the African American porters and cooks. And so we started to do business with the African American community at our mortuary that was on 14th and Sandy. When I retired and became involved with Meals on Wheels, I thought, what better place can I serve than the people that helped develop our business through funeral service? And it's been over 20 years now that we've been involved. Barb, she goes with me on the routes now, and she has developed personal relationships.
They're wonderful. They're very thankful for what you're doing, letting them stay in their homes and providing food once a day to make sure that they're fed and also that they're okay.
A lot of times it's the only contact they have during the day. I kind of phased out of the board because I'd done everything I could, and so I took advantage of an opportunity to go to the MLK Center, who were trying to do a good job feeding 300 or 400 people a day. It seems to me it should be an easy decision to look back, and especially if you've been successful, and by that I mean if you've got enough to eat and place to sleep and all of that, then to go back and help your brother, help the guy that wasn't quite so fortunate.
I've had a great life, and I appreciate it. I loved the retail business when I was in it. I loved the time that I spent with Senator Hatfield, traveled to 158 countries around the world, and then coming back to Oregon to be able to put my foot in a lot of things and remain active. I have 7 generations of my family in Oregon. My main interests, I think, have been in the promotion of our state and help the kids. So we have the Gerry Frank Children's Care Center. We've been able to attract top doctors, top nurses, things that they do are amazing. We can't be the kind of state that we all want to live in unless we have good young people coming along to provide leadership. If you can encourage the young people, get them involved, give them support, they're going to be more valuable. I have no time for these people who sit around and mope. The minute you retire and all you think about is, my golf game or my ailments or whatever it is, it's a bunch of baloney. Every day is a little bit different. And half the fun is who you meet and what you learn. And boy, I learn all the time.